Good afternoon, Vikings. This is Ms. Vargas, and I, along with Mrs. Aldaña, will be talking to you about the minimum admission requirements for a four-year university. The minimum admission requirements to be eligible to apply to a four-year university include the following. 1. Subject requirements, also known as the A through G requirements. 2. A GPA requirement. 3. A testing requirement. And 4. Extracurricular activities. It is important to note that these requirements are specifically for students applying to a public four-year university in the state of California directly after high school. Therefore, admission requirements are different for those students who will be attending a community college first and then transferring to a four-year university. Also, for students interested in applying to a private or out-of-state university, it is important that you research the school you are interested in applying to, as the requirements may be different than the ones we are presenting today. On this slide, we have the A through G subject requirements that students must meet for admission eligibility. We have the subject area and the number of years that are required in each particular subject. So let's take a closer look. For Area A, or History, students are required to complete 2 years. For Area B, or English, students are required to complete 4 years, and this can include 1 year of ELD for those students who were in the ELD program. For Math, students must complete 3 years, but 4 years of math are recommended. At North Salinas High School, students take integrated math. Therefore, students must complete at minimum Math 1, Math 2, and Math 3 to meet the math requirement. For Science, students must complete 2 years, and this requirement could be met in different ways. For example, the majority of students at North High will meet this requirement by taking NGS 1 and NGS 2, while other students in the Ag Academy will meet the requirement by taking Ag Biology and Ag Chemistry, and either pathway is fine. Next, we have Area E, or Language Other than English, and students must complete at least 2 years of the same language. For Fine Art, students must complete 1 year. And for Area G, or the College Prep Elective, students must complete 1 year. A college prep elective may be an additional year chosen from any of the subject areas above. For example, if a student takes an additional year of math, such as calculus, then that additional year of math could count as their college prep elective. Last, students must earn C's or better in every A through G course in grades 9 through 12 to meet minimum admission requirements for a four-year university. So it's really important that you always do your best and maintain good grades. Up next, Mrs. Aldaña will be reviewing the rest of the admission requirements.
Hello, this is Ms. Aldaña, and I will be reviewing the following admission requirements: GPA, testing, and extracurricular activities. The University of California requires that you have a 3.0 or better GPA. The California State University requires that you have a 2.5 or better GPA. Testing requirement: SAT, ACT. Typically, students also need to take a college entrance exam, whether it be the SAT or ACT. However, this year, students are not required to take either exam. The University of California will be test optional, meaning students may submit their exam scores if they choose to do so. The California State University will be test blind, meaning exam scores will not be used for determining who gets admitted into the CSU. Please keep in mind that there will be more to come on this requirement next year. Extracurricular activities. Grades and academic coursework are very important, but so are the extra activities you choose to do on your own time. Admission officers will look closely at your extracurriculars to get a sense of the person you are and what you care about. Examples of extracurricular activities include sports, clubs, volunteering, and working. One key component of a good extracurricular is the commitment you show in it, which is usually expressed in how long you've been involved or how many hours you've put into it. No matter what activities you are involved in, there are two things that stand out for college admission officers: community service and leadership. Colleges want their students to be outstanding citizens and leaders in the community. Don't worry if an after-school job prevents you from participating in extracurriculars. If you have to work so that your family can make ends meet, be sure that colleges you apply to understand that. Helping to support a family is a serious responsibility that demonstrates character. Important reminder: minimum versus competitive admissions. The minimum admission requirements represent exactly that: the minimum academic standards students must attain to be considered for admission. However, it is important to understand meeting the minimum requirements does not guarantee admission to a particular campus. Often, admission to some campuses and/or programs is extremely competitive and requires students to satisfy far more demanding standards, such as taking courses beyond the minimum requirements, earning a higher GPA than the minimum that is required. And as always, students can view this counseling module by using the link shown here. Thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day.